Ladies and gentlemen, we are well aware that we're not the only ones trying to win favor with you, as we understand that your presence in a city or region brings with it the promise of new jobs and greater prosperity, which will have a knock-on effect for the standard of living and the work culture here. No doubt you're weighing up which city can guarantee the safest possible environment for your investment. This includes providing a well-trained yet affordable workforce endowed with the working culture you require, together with everything else needed to ensure that management you have tasked to that city will embrace their role rather than entertain any feeling of having been banished to the hinterlands. What's more, it would be a definite advantage for your chosen city to be located somewhere in the European Union, wouldn't it? Let me assure you that Pécs is that very location. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to this wonderful and ancient city, the history of which dates back to the 2nd century AD. It is renowned for its leading role in the region. Being a 1,000-year-old religious center, no wonder the second university established in Central and Eastern Europe was founded here. Pécs is a city which also has a 160-year-old medieval heritage from the Ottoman Empire, and a city which was awarded the title of Royal Free Borough in the 18th century due to the knowledge fostered there, its vibrant culture and successful economy. Cultural traditions remain strong in Pécs and have visible traces in our architectural heritage. Commercial shipping on the nearby River Danube, together with the use of black coal extracted from the mines near Pécs, facilitated the establishment of industrial enterprises like the Żolnai porcelain factory, a leather factory, tobacco factory, and several machine works in the 19th century. The impetus provided by this economic progress turned the city into both the cultural and industrial center of the region in the 20th century. After this brief trip through the history books, let me tell you about the social and cultural life in the city today, which features many other attractions. As you can see, Pécs is a medium-sized European town at the center of a region with 1 million inhabitants, and also plays host to numerous university students, including a growing number from abroad, who have a great time in the city, which became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2000. Then a decade later was appointed the European Capital of Culture, together with Essen and Istanbul. Pécs is often defined as a city with a knowledge-based economy due to its history, culture, industrial experience dating back several hundred years, and the university, which is more than 6 centuries old. Our strategic developments are centered on our most successful branches of industry to further their progress. And this endeavor of ours is justified by the continued growth in industrial production in the Pécs region, even during economic crises. The highly trained labor force Pécs has to offer has been employed by several international firms in the assembly industry, including Nokia, Elcotech, Huawei, and BMW. Although it is of great importance, so far we haven't mentioned where our wonderful city is situated. We could say we're neither too close nor too far. We're at the perfect location to enjoy the advantages of relatively cheap transport links by water, road and rail, and we're in the middle of Europe. Berlin, Zurich, Rome and Istanbul are all less than 1,000 kilometers away. Now let me proudly tell you a few words about the role we play in the cultural life of Europe. Let's pause here for a moment. Pécs has always been a city of tolerance and peace. No wonder that there are still 9 recognized ethnic minorities living within the confines of the town. The number of German-speaking inhabitants is extremely high, not only in Pécs, but also in Baranyai County. Not only do they preserve, cherish and bequeath their mother tongue and traditions in schools, but also German work culture at their workplaces. Now that we are not totally unfamiliar to you any longer, let me answer the most obvious question. As to why Pécs should be the town to win your trust and attention, the answer is because we have a strategic way of thinking. We know who we are, what we are capable of, and what we want to achieve. The political and economic leaders of our city years ago specified the main branches of a knowledge-based economy, namely a machine and environmental industry. But SSC and EMS developments are promising as well, with innovation and training as their main pillars. The strategy following a French model proposes to develop Pécs as the pole of the quality of life. The main pillars of this strategy are innovation and training. Let me throw some light upon its context by some examples and introduce a few interesting projects at the same time. Within the health industry, the areas of immunology, food safety, viticulture and pharmaceutics are of great importance, for which an innovation center is being developed. However, our latest prize is the Pécs-Baranyai Research Center, where currently 25 research teams conduct basic and applied research in line with world standards. The city and its surroundings are the scene of significant innovations in environment industry. Fuel and hydrogen cell developments, innovation and production of intelligent communal machines, an innovative waste processing reactor, the extraction of rare earth metals, and home wind power generator developments are some of the projects the utilization of which may ease the environmental burden of not only Pécs, but that of other towns and other countries as well. One of our main developments is the coal power plant having been switched to a biomass power station. The third pillar of the pole strategy is the cultural creative industry, which is renowned for its glove, porcelain and organ building manufactures. Our newest programs include turning creative industrial workshops into tourist attractions and IT companies developing games for other branches of industry. Our experience and latest research findings are developed into intellectual tools and devices which have an ever-growing market. Further, the products of our creative industry are worn among others by Madonna, Lady Gaga and Elton John. Of course, my main concern is to show why you should develop an interest in Pécs, why it is worth establishing a flourishing business enterprise or premises here. So let me highlight our well-considered vocational training system, which is partly controlled by the Chamber. The importance of the dual training of engineers should be emphasized since the city's strong innovation in machinery serves all the 3 strategic areas. Vocational training, with its 21 training institutions and more than 500 companies serving as sites of practical training, endeavors to meet the expectations of modern industry. Big companies also take an active role in vocational training. Vocational training, which intertwines the city, serves companies established here, trains and retrains workers, is regarded as an important educational strategy by both the city and the Chamber. The students of the 10 faculties of the University of Pécs ensure a competitive edge. Not only those with scientific and technical knowledge, but business and law graduates can also give support to industrial management. The leaders of the city and the region have acknowledged the importance of labour market support and help undertakings and even certain sectors by unique, tailored-to-needs labour market programs. Besides English, German language and culture are also popular due to our university training and linguistic traditions. Now let me offer another argument in favour of our city. Why could this city be successful through thousands of years? What helped it overcome all difficulties, hardships, wars and crises? Yes, it is our renewal ability. This ability runs in our blood. Searching for new tracks is part of our traditions. We can expect economic growth from our successful innovative industries with good reason. Rapidly developing undertakings have wide international relations and their export is steadily increasing. Let me mention a few successful projects. The system of smart city buses with a complex remote control and telemetry system, including speaking bus stops, is the result of an exclusively local development from programming through system organizing and design to production. In addition to the generator housings of big wind power plants, new and modern resources, namely mini wind power generators for household use, are produced in cooperation with university research and development. Hungary's only high-content screening laboratory, which is independent of any pharmaceutical companies, operates at a biotechnological undertaking in Pécs. The system, which is capable of analyzing masses of data at the same time, is used in research addressing the effects of pharmaceutical agents and requires experts meeting world standards. The importance of research and development is justified by the establishment of Pécs-Baranyai Research Center. Research teams contribute to the competitiveness of Pécs region with first-class technologies and marketable research programs. The research center is home for both basic and applied research. A separate technology transfer office fosters the relationship between the research teams and the industry. Innovative undertakings form clusters and create international visibility and market presence. Members within a cluster jointly use resources and develop new innovative products. The Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Pécs-Baranyai County fosters the operation of 12 innovative clusters by providing efficient professional support. We will gladly send you, upon request, the presentations created to introduce the sectoral innovative capacity of our region. You may rightly ask whether the site is suitable for the establishment of bigger undertakings. The answer is yes, of course. The production and service infrastructure of the city is highly developed thanks to the utilization of the structural funds available to us after our accession to the European Union. This infrastructure meets the challenges of our modern era. There is a biomass power plant on the outskirts of the city. Drainage and wastewater management are of a high standard. Optical and wireless broadband internet network. And a bank system experienced in industrial financing awaits investors in Pécs, where all these are also available in industrial parks. Following the termination of mining and heavy industry, 3 new big industrial zones were established around the city. The I Park, with new developments and direct connection to the motorway. The industrial park located in the eastern part of the city, and Panova Industrial Park utilizing the former mining infrastructure. Similar industrial parks with different profiles form a production zone within a 30-kilometer agglomeration around Pécs. Once the motorway has been referred to, let's examine transport possibilities more thoroughly. Airports are needed for the operation of multinational corporations, as well as motorways, railroads and waterways. The industrial centers of Vienna, Frankfurt, Munich or even Amsterdam can be reached via M6 and M60 motorways opened in 2010. The international airport can receive planes even at night and already renders jet service. An international logistics hub will be established here in the development period of 2014 to 2020. Barge caravans can start from the international port of Mohács, which is only 20 minutes away from Pécs by motorway in both directions on the River Danube. In short, Pécs is easily accessible and every possibility of appropriate transportation from Pécs is also available. Other towns also have these facilities, but I do hope we can convince you by showing you what international experience we have in the area of industrial production. We have gained our experience on the one hand from multinational corporations operating in Pécs, and on the other hand from local suppliers for multinational corporations. Such multinational corporations are Splitzer Silo manufacturing mobile containers, Lafarge cement plant with its huge capacity, and Honsa Limited, assembling bodies of BMW i8. Hauni Hungaria, leading the production of tobacco machinery of the world from Pécs, is also an important undertaking. Just like Terex, the world's prime crane manufacturer, which is also represented in Pécs. We would gladly continue giving examples if we had enough time for that, and maybe once we can do so by referring to your companies as examples. We also take pride in companies which provide other countries with products developed here, such as Lockitch Limited, a family business manufacturing generator housings for big power plants across the world. Contact Electro is another family undertaking, a supplier in the car industry which became well known for developing energy cells. Kress and Fiedler, an innovative company in plastic industry and tool engineering with flexible production and a wide range of products. Sheresh Limited, developer of intelligent communal machines, marketing its complex machines and superstructures in several European countries. Rotti Limited, Tier 1 automotive supplier of European car producers, represents developments created in Pécs with its special armrests and shoulder rests. Softflow Hungary Limited, whose food safety kits and flow cytometry softwares are known from Japan to California. Histopathologia Limited, their automatic tissue stainer developed by them and their Histols reagents are marketed mainly on the European market of diagnostics. Matro Limited is a well-known producer and supplier of CNC machinery, mainly on the German market. Investors coming to Pécs are welcomed as guests of both business and political self-government. The regional services of Enterprise Europe Network are offered from Pécs by the Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Pécs-Baranyai County, which helps the settlement and integration of new undertakings by innovation management, vocational training, and enterprise development counseling, with a special emphasis on organizing and supervising dual vocational training tailored to investors' needs. The local government of the city of Pécs welcomes you and your companies with open arms and with special favors and discounts, one-stop shop administration, well-organized service packages, and wide-range collaboration. Thank you for your attention already invested in us. We do hope we could arouse your interest and will soon be able to welcome you in our city. Now we would be delighted to answer your questions.